Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Hey everyone, it's Lei here from the Rock Creek Multicultural Center, and welcome to episode 8 of Rock Creek Real Talk. This is the last episode of 2020. We're going to continue the show in 2021, of course. But before I begin and explain what exactly this episode is, I want to congratulate and applaud all of you for surviving fall term. Woo! You did it. You survived. You passed all those classes, hopefully. Woo. Yep, you're in winter break now, so make sure you take this opportunity to relax and just enjoy the fact that you don't have any assignments, exams, projects, quizzes, tests. Yeah, you don't have to do any of that right now. In all seriousness, I hope finals week went well for you and you passed all of those classes, because I don't know about you, but finals week has always been a tough time for me. Hi, it's literally 4:51 a.m. and I am up working on this research project for my art history class. And I just want to sleep. For as long as I've been in school, my grades were always my top priority. As unfortunate as it sounds, finals week made matters worse as I got into high school and college, because at this time I'd usually get no sleep and worked or studied non-stop. This affected my health immensely. When the pandemic hit, I found that having to do finals at home was more difficult as I was learning remotely and felt like I had to go through this alone. Sometimes I feel like I have to go through 2020 alone. I'm stressed. Once again, this is the last episode of 2020, and instead of looking back and thinking of all of the closures, limitations, tragic events that had happened this year, I thought that we would focus on something else: self-care. So for this episode, I wanted to do a 2-week self-care challenge that took place the week before finals week and finals week, of course. But before I go over my progress over the 2 weeks, I wanted to go over what exactly self-care is. According to psychologist Rafalia Michael, self-care is any activity that we do deliberately in order to take care of our mental, emotional, and physical health. So it really depends on the person and what they think supports them best. Now, what does this challenge entail? Well, during those 2 weeks, I decided that I'd do at least 2 acts of self-care every day. And I know some of you might be saying, "Lei, why do you need a full-on challenge to do self-care? Can't you, take breaks or some crap like that?" Why, no, fellow viewer. As self-care might sound easy to you, it's not as easy to others. Like I mentioned, when I work non-stop, and it's pretty difficult for me to make time for breaks or self-care and all of that. This is why I'm doing this challenge, and I'm hoping to incorporate more of these forms of self-care into my daily lives. Okay, I don't know why I said lives, like L-I-V-E-S. I meant life, like one life. I only have one life, right? Before I actually started, I wanted to research some self-care ideas to get me going. Okay, I am researching for self-care ideas. Take a bath. What else? Read a book. Learn a new hobby. Ooh, spa day. Yeah, so I had a couple of ideas going already, but I had this preconceived idea that, self-care was doing these big, huge, relaxing things such as spa days, shopping, etc. It really took time for me to understand the simplicity behind self-care, and you'll see my realization in the video later. Okay, let's start the challenge. super tired, and I know one way to usually get myself up and ready for the day is facial care. I'm gonna wash my face, do my routine and all that, and I'll get back to you on other self-care I'll be doing. Right, so it is currently 10 in the morning on Monday, and this is the mess that I've left in my room last night because I was working on my final art project for my 3D arts class, and it is an absolute mess. I'm not gonna clean it though because I know I'm just gonna make it more messy. Yeah, let's get back into the work, I guess. Okay, first, I had to put on Once Upon a Time to get me going. Okay, now let's start. I wanted to show you one thing that I always do in terms of self-care. I love drinking tea. I've already made my morning cup of tea. I always drink chamomile tea. Chamomile? This is still steeping. I'm gonna leave that there for a minute. So as you saw, I started off pretty well. Did pretty good acts of self-care on Monday, but the next few days went sort of downhill. So when it comes to self-care, I admit I'm not the best person at it. I promised myself I'd be doing self-care, but I actually did not do any, or I did not do that much self-care as I thought from Tuesday to Thursday. I think I'm sort of struggling with figuring out what exactly is self-care and what is not. But then again, I know that self-care is a very loose term. That could really be anything. It really depends on who you are and what you do and what you think is self-care. So I guess I just haven't been doing a lot as I thought. I think I just really need to get back into the headspace and realize that, hey, I need more breaks. It's just really tough with all these assignments piling up and work things I need to do. Figure it out, I hope. It's Thursday night, the week before finals week, and I just wanted to come on and show you guys sort of how I make my tea. I mean, it's really not that complex of a process, but yep, here we go. I got Subway because I deserve it. I treated myself. Self-care. What have you been doing for self-care?
Taking breaks during class.
Mm-hmm.
It's 15 minutes, but like you could lay down, you know, take a break, get away from your laptop.
Period. I just got home from my grandparents' house and I'm in a mad rush to do my projects and just study for my exams next week. I'm honestly freaking out. So for today's self-care activity, I'm thinking of, what am I thinking of? This time I think I'm gonna do some yoga poses. I've done yoga a little bit before, but yeah, today I just wanted to try it out and see how it goes. But today was great. I got a chance to see some family and talk to some of my friends, and it felt really good to just let it out and just talk about my stresses and frustrations and all that. These are really tough times, not just finals week, but quarantine in general. You know, just having people there to talk to, vent to, whatever is really special and great, and I love having these connections.
After this yoga session, I had so many bones crack in my body. It was crazy. Physical activity doesn't always have to be intense, high-energy things. It can be as chill and relaxed as yoga. Yoga is great for not only your physical health, but also for your mental and spiritual health too.
Good morning. Well, good afternoon. It's 3 in the afternoon right now, because I woke up a while ago. I have my iced coffee here with me, and then after this I'm gonna be working on my other 2 finals, which are due tomorrow. I'm gonna be pretty busy. So it is midnight right now, and I've been feeling really discouraged with this project. The fact that it's due tomorrow, and the fact that I had to change up my plan for this project is really scaring me. And at this point, I don't even have much done. And I know that I'm gonna have to stay up super late just to finish this project. I'm stressed. Bottom line is, I'm stressed. So I decided to do some affirmations in the mirror. And I don't know, I've never really done affirmations much before. I'm gonna try this out. I'm just gonna look at myself in the mirror and say a few encouraging words to myself. Hopefully that'll get me going.
A few minutes later.
Okay, well, the first time around was a fail. I looked at myself in the mirror and just started laughing because I didn't really know what to say to myself. So I looked up a few words of affirmation, and I think I'm gonna start saying those, and maybe that'll start bringing me down the road and give me new ideas on what to say. I believe in my abilities and my skills. I know that I can accomplish all of my goals.
Like I said, doing affirmations in the mirror was something I've never done before. And even if it seemed silly at first, once you start saying those uplifting words to yourself, it really does make you feel more encouraged and motivated when you're at your lowest.
Good morning. I only had 2 hours of sleep last night, which, I mean, at least I had sleep, but I feel exhausted. I wanted to show you the aftermath of yesterday's chaos. But yeah, here is what my room looks like. It is a mess. Like, what is this? The question is, should I clean this up now, or should I go eat something first? Let's eat something first.
How are you doing on finals week?
I'm alright. I stopped by just to say hi and see your smiling faces because I need it. I've been stressed out, so I just need to talk to people and be around people.
You know, that's true for everyone. I mean, I truly think that we all need that check-in time.
I had an optional public speaking class that day, so my teacher Tom wasn't really expecting anyone to come. But I showed up anyway because I wanted to just talk and connect with others after a stressful weekend I had with my art project. In that class, 2 other students showed up as well. Our conversation was really nice. We basically vented to each other, talked about our dreams and goals in life. Strangely, it was nice to talk to people I didn't really know. There was a calmness that came out of that conversation that I enjoyed. I also got a chance to ask my peers what acts of self-care they do during finals week.
Something that I wanted to do just coming into college is I wanted to always have like an easy class so that when I was getting stressed out, I could just go and take care of the easy class. So what I've done is and I hope to keep this going, is I have an art class for every term that I take because that is my form of self-care. So anytime that I'm stressed out about the math final that I have to take in 2 hours, you know what I'm gonna go and do? I'm gonna go and paint. That's exactly what I'm gonna go and do. Other than that, I'm just trying to like drink tons of water. I do yoga every day. I do yoga with my students. That's really fun.
Yeah, I've just been trying to make sure that I at least take a little bit of time out each day to let myself relax and take a breather and at least let some of the stress break off each day so it doesn't build up too much because it can feel overwhelming sometimes when you don't give yourself some time to just let loose, I think.
Awesome. Thank you. Hello. I just woke up from a good 4-hour nap. It is still Monday of finals week. This is what I get for sleeping only 2 hours. But yes, I took a power nap. It felt really good. And I honestly feel pretty energized to clean this tornado that hit my room. It is 2 already, and I woke up at 1:30, which means I was late for my weekly team meeting with the Multicultural Center. Jeff, Eder, Liz, Delina, Justin, if you're watching, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was up super late last night studying for my exam today. I'm gonna try my best and pass this test. So this is me laying on my bed with no motivation to do my last paper. I have this weird thing where every time it's like my last final or the last thing to do, I always don't have motivation to do it. I'm just one step away from winter break, but this motivation is dropping. I haven't really done any self-care today yet, besides take a couple breaks here and there.
A few moments later.
Hello. So, I am proud to say that I had finished my last final, finished my last paper, and I'm also proud to say that I survived fall term. Yep, finished all my finals, proud of myself. And to celebrate this accomplishment, I have made myself a sandwich. It's almost 5 in the morning. Yeah, it's 4:41. But I promise I will do more self-care throughout this week. I definitely deserve it. Okay, bye. Good morning. It is Wednesday.
2:30 in the afternoon.
I keep saying good morning, but it's actually good afternoon because I keep waking up in the afternoon. Anyway, I'm making eggs. Today I have one class. I have my communications class. Hopefully I didn't burn these eggs. Can I have a hug?
Yeah.
Please. I like hugging you. Okay, wait, like this. She's too tall. There you go. That feels better. I took a really nice warm shower. Warm showers are the best. I'm trying to think of other ways to kick off my winter break. I don't know. I think just sort of take it slow and relax and, just enjoy the fact that I don't have any work due tomorrow or in a week or whatever. Winter break is here. Actually, I was wrong. I do have work to do. I'm going to be editing a video. And while I do that, I think I'm going to put on a podcast. My favorite podcast to listen to right now is You Can Sit With Us. It's really chill and they talk about really interesting and funny things. So definitely go and check it out if you're looking for a new podcast. I didn't do much self-care so far today. I mean, the only thing I really did is sleep in. Sleeping in is great. I know some people may find it lazy or unproductive or whatever they say, but I think sleeping in is pretty good, you know? The fact that you don't have any responsibilities in that day, you can just relax and take things slow. So, yeah, I slept in. Not ashamed. Right now I'm doing some art for a self-care activity today. I'm making a drawing of my little house plant that I got. Still doesn't have a name. I'm working out a name for this plant. Here's my drawing so far. I'm starting to color it in with some colored pencils. On Friday, I cooked dinner for my dad and my sister. Some may find cooking as a chore, but I find it pretty calming, especially since you get to eat it after. What do you think about my pasta?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I cut the tomatoes.
Yeah, you helped. What do you think about my pasta I made?
It's good.
Do you mean it?
Yeah.
Hello. I am taking a quick lap around my room and just stretching because I've been sitting at my desk for a while doing my orientation for the college that I'm transferring to, and I took in a lot of information and I feel slightly overwhelmed. You know, I'm just gonna take breaks for a while here and there, maybe 5-10 minute breaks, and then get back into it. Yeah, I think it's really important to stretch and move around as much as you can. Yeah, because if you keep going and just don't stop, sometimes you'll not do your best work, or you won't really be as focused as you were. And so yes, take your breaks. Hello. It is the last day for my 2-week self-care challenge, and it's been a pretty crazy 2 weeks. I admit, as I've mentioned, that I suck at self-care and being consistent with my self-care activities, but you know, I'm glad that I've got to do this experience. I learned a lot, and I know that I can implement more of these self-care activities and hopefully start a routine to better my self-care and mental health overall. For my final self-care day, I honestly just wanted to celebrate. And what better way to celebrate than dancing like no one's watching? It's been a pretty long time since I danced my heart out and laughed this hard with my sister, so this was extremely fun. This challenge was also really fun. Even if I missed a couple of days and didn't do at least 2 self-care acts sometimes, I'm still glad I got to do this.
Oh no.
With that fun and slightly embarrassing dance break, I definitely want to say that this 2-week self-care challenge was such a great and memorable experience for me. There were so many acts of self-care that became my favorites, like yoga, affirmations, and the dance breaks, of course. It makes me want to keep doing this throughout 2021. Speaking of 2021, we are just 2 weeks away from the new year, so I encourage all of you to try out this challenge. Do 2 acts of self-care every day for 2 weeks to close out 2020. My mental health took a turn in the positive direction, and I know it will do the same for you too. On that note, I want to give you a little glimpse of what Rock Creek Real Talk will look like in 2021. For January, we are planning to have the focus of the show be around mental health and how to better it, so make sure you all stay tuned for that. To close out this episode, the student leaders and I just want to wish you all a happy holidays and a good winter break. We appreciate all of you who have been watching us since the first episode. It means a lot, and we will continue to work hard to give you the best episodes in 2021. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Go let go.